10 biggest names set to officially leave major clubs in the transfer market this season. 3 departures from La Liga and the same number from the Premier League. There are also 2 from Serie A and 2 from the Bundesliga as well. Rafael Leão. Chelsea are quietly opening the Rafael Leão file, but with a heavy figure attached. €75 million is on the table for the AC Milan forward, ahead of a decisive transfer window. The London club see Leao as a direct option to strengthen the attacking line, which is why they have begun assessing the deal early, looking for an attacking addition capable of making a difference without an uncalculated risk. But the equation is not simple. Leao's contract runs until 2028. Giving Milan clear negotiating power and making any financial reduction highly unlikely. On the other hand, Chelsea are weighing sporting need against the cost of the deal, especially in a market that is becoming increasingly pressured as the transfer window approaches. Leon Goretzka. Atletico Madrid are moving at a calculated time towards Leon Goretzka, taking advantage of a contractual gap that could seal a major deal at no cost. The Spanish club have entered negotiations strongly for the Bayern Munich star, who is approaching a decisive summer amid the absence of any official offer to renew his contract. According to Sky Sports reports, Goretzka has not yet received a new proposal from Bayern, opening the door to a free departure at the end of the season. But the picture goes beyond a simple market opportunity. Diego Simeone is looking for a highly experienced midfielder, capable of controlling the tempo and adding competitive weight to the Rojiblanco squad, and Goretzka fits this profile precisely. Ferland Mendy. Real Madrid are opening the door to Mendy's departure, despite an extended contract behind the scenes. The Athletic revealed that the Spanish giants are willing to part ways with the French full-back Ferland Mendy, who is 30 years old. Mendy has a contract extended until 2027 or 2028, but that does not necessarily mean the club intend to keep him. Given the inconsistency in the player's performances recently, his continuation at the club appears very unlikely. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. According to the Catalan newspaper Sport, the German goalkeeper's return has not affected the club's future plans. Ter Stegen remains outside the strategic calculations and will not be a protected figure in the upcoming winter transfer window. Barcelona, meanwhile, are handling the situation with calculated calm. The club's management are open to listening to all offers that may arrive in January, without distinction or exception, as part of a reshuffle of options in the goalkeeping position. Federico Chiesa. Federico Chiesa has fallen out of Liverpool's regular rotation, placing him directly on the radar of the Italian market. The limited minutes he has received with the English side have pushed his name firmly back into the spotlight. The website Fichajes confirmed that 4 major Italian clubs are closely monitoring his situation. Inter Milan, Roma, Milan and Napoli. All of them see next summer as the right moment to make a move. The context is clear. Chiesa is not seeking an emotional change, but a project that offers him genuine playing time. The objective is specific: to regain his place in the Italy national team ahead of the World Cup. Therefore, the decision to leave is directly linked to continuity, not to name or salary. Nathan Ake. According to the British outlet Team Talk, Nathan Ake's name is becoming a major focal point in the winter transfer market. The Dutch defender is now being monitored by 4 English clubs: Fulham, West Ham, Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. All are closely tracking his situation at Manchester City, where his role has diminished, opening the door to multiple possibilities. On the other hand, Manchester City are not closing the door on the idea of a departure. The club's management are open to selling the player if an offer of £25 million arrives. A clear figure and a direct message to the market. Bernardo Silva. The player is approaching a turning point in his career with Manchester City. Press reports confirm that Juventus and Milan have the Portuguese star on their radar, preparing to move as soon as he enters the free agent market next summer. However, the decision is not only about contracts. Silva's time at Manchester City has reached its peak, and his role can no longer expand further. Therefore, the option of leaving becomes logical from a sporting perspective before a contractual one. On the other hand, the player himself is looking for a final challenge in his professional career. Gabriel Jesus. A big name, but a complex equation. Milan have placed Gabriel Jesus on their list of winter options, but the figures set clear limits from the outset. The newspaper Corriere dello Sport revealed that the Italian club are targeting the Arsenal striker through a potential loan deal in January. A permanent transfer is out of the question due to financial constraints, yet even the loan itself remains in doubt. The reason is straightforward: the player's salary. Jesus earns €16 million per year at Arsenal, a figure that exceeds the financial ceiling Milan can afford, making any move dependent on concessions or complicated solutions. The picture is clear. Milan want the name and the experience, but financial reality restricts execution. The question now is whether the parties can break through the numbers, or whether the interest will remain at the level of monitoring only. Koni de winter. Milan are opening the winter market with an unconventional option: a direct swap deal with Juventus to strengthen the backline. The Lombardy club are considering letting Koni de winter go to Juventus in exchange for signing Federico Chiesa, according to Football Italia. It is a calculated move aimed at reinforcing the defence without entering complex financial negotiations. But the details make the difference. Gatti is not getting sufficient minutes with Juventus, which makes the idea of a departure more feasible, especially if talks progress smoothly between the two sides. In contrast, Milan see the deal as a quick solution that meets a clear technical need during the winter. The question now is whether the proposal turns into an official agreement, or whether the deal stalls over balance calculations between the two clubs. The coming days will reveal the direction.